Romaine Martin also getting ready to check in. 9:10 left to go, fourth quarter. Knocked away Giddings, but out of bounds. It will remain Admirals basketball. So Demetrius Howard will take a seat. Martin back into the game.
If I'm the Admiral coach, I'm definitely keeping that Howard kid close by. He's not sitting for long.
With 9:06 left to go, he checks out. Martin, who can hit from the outside, checks in. So they still got some shooters on the court. Snow, pass Crouch, can't get it to go. Rebounded by McCoy. Back the other way come the Razor Sharks. Down by 2. Giddings over to Crouch. Over to Williams, top of the key. Against Delaney, pull-up jumper. It's good. Aaron Williams ties the game back up at 81.
Hey, he's just as cool as the other side of the pillow. Steps right in, fresh off the bench, gets in his area and knocks down the top of the key jumper.
Young thought about it for a minute. Carr comes out, defends him, spins around, gives it back out to Snow. 8 on the shot clock. Snow against Crouch. Set up a pick there. Pick and roll. Finally gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste can't get it off in enough time. And a 24-second shot clock violation. Game tied at 81. Razor Sharks back the other way. Crouch over to McCoy. Young on him defensively. Over to Giddings. Swings it around Carr. Carr draws the double team. Over to Williams. Williams top of the key. Williams runs over Young, and that's what they're going to call. Because Williams is so big and because Young is so small and he acted out that foul, that's how he got it. Size, and Williams can't believe it. 81-81 with 7:59 left to go here in the fourth. You're watching the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
Jimmy came down the court right on top of JD. He's calling all out his area.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena as some shirts being distributed out. Whoa, that's making it all the way up into the upper decks there for the Razor Shark faithful that are here tonight. 3,819 in attendance are seeing a great game, 81-81, tied with just under 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Tariq Smith, Tony Scott with you. This game has been quite interesting. Razor Sharks were up by as much as 15. Have seen that lead disappear here. And the Admirals, within the last 4 minutes or so, have had the lead, only to have the game tied back up by Rochester. Snow with the possession of the basketball.
That's the beautiful thing about PBL basketball. It's such parity in the league. And now you're going to see a whole different brand of basketball here. And I'm quite sure as the starters are in the game, they're going to really, anchor down
and they're going to get goaltending there, so Jarice's basket will count. And the Razor Sharks now have a 2-point lead based on that. 7:33 left to go. Admirals have gone cold from outside a little bit after going on such a long run. And I asked you earlier, Bobo gives it up to Baptiste, over to Martin. Would the Admirals have enough to take him the rest of the way? Snow against Crouch. Pick set there. Snow, 2 on the shot clock, trying to find room. Deep in the corner, they don't get it off in enough time. Boy, the Admirals having a tough time offensively.
They really are. They're getting into their sets extremely late, as that was just a defensive breakdown right there on the Admiral team. I believe a couple guys are starting to really suck air on the Admiral team. Snow is starting to log a lot of minutes. You probably want to try to get him out for about a 1-minute break before putting him back in. And you had a lot of offense working with Howard. Guys on the Razor Shark team really respected his offense.
And there Williams gets high five from the ref, saying, listen, you got to call a foul. And they're like, I already called the foul already. On Bobo, as you can see here, Williams with possession of the basketball. Bobo is all over him, trying to tie him up. And he's like, you got to call a foul. He's like, I already called the foul. That's my man.
So we got pretty much the starters in there with the exception of the original Razor Shark, Keith Frill. And you have McCoy in for him. I mean, you know, it's probably for defensive purposes, I would imagine.
Deep in the corner, jumper. That's no good. Martin with the rebound, but that goes out of bounds. But it'll be Rochester basketball. Martin can't believe it. He thought it went off a Razor Shark.
And that'll bring Onokua off the bench in for Laney.
So Laney will take a seat. So the Razor Sharks, possession of the basketball, 6:11 left to go, and they've got a 5-point lead. Williams, jumper, good. 7-point lead for Rochester.
Oh my goodness. And that's the beautiful thing of being able to really call on your guys, your starting five to really, you know, crunch down. And that speaks to the mindset of a winning organization. You know, when the rubber really meets the road, these guys know how to execute. It reminds me of the Boston Celtics of the late 70s, early 80s.
As the Admirals have gone stone cold from the field. Since the game is tied at 81, they have not been able to get on the board. Razor Sharks are on a 7-0 run since then. So right now, the Razor Sharks, who will get Giddings back into the game, and Williams will take a seat, well-deserved. And Davis, McCoy, Carr, and Crouch out on the court for the Razor Sharks. Bobo, as well as Underwood, Martin, Baptiste will take a seat. Anokia and Mara and Snow out on the court for the Admirals. Giddings over to Carr.
Right there in their open set right there. They go to the pick and roll right there.
Carr, step back jumper. That's no good. Rebounded by Underwood, back the other way. Snow with possession of the basketball. Crouch on him defensively. Stops. Pops for three. Oh, there goes
big time shot
the air.
Right there for Snow.
Snow in here in Rochester, even though they didn't forecast it.
He's raining them.
Yep.
He's raining some deep jumpers.
The man got it wrong again here at the Blue Cross Arena. Still 4-point lead. McCoy has it knocked away out of bounds. It'll remain Rochester basketball, even though the Admirals did every bit they could to sell that.
They did. You know, we got Carr doing side out. Looked like they're running something out of that box series. Carr comes back to receive the ball. He's going to try to manufacture something, and he overshoots it.
Bobo with it, loses it, gets it back, then loses it again. A foul called. And Underwood hits his head on the deck, but he seems to be okay. And it'll go back the other way towards the Admirals. So 4-point lead for Rochester, 4:37 left to go. As Carr couldn't get that layup, and Bobo had it, lost it. And Underwood came away with it and was fouled before losing it. So Snow just came down and made that three. With possession of the basketball, trying to create some space there. Bobo going one-on-one with Carr. Three. That is a big-time shot.
That was a major basket. Tashik Carr was all over that young man, and he just drained him. Hold this one, T.
1-point lead for the Razor Shark. Carr thought about answering. Down low, Davis. Davis against Underwood. Davis in the paint, in for two. If you need a big bucket, JD's the man to go to.
AKA Father Time.
Snow with possession. Bobo just hit a